You call me a saint, but you know I'm a stranger, all willing and able to do what you want. You think I'm a thinker, but I'm just a singer, all busy and pretty, just making believe. Boy, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down to obscurity. Don't let me ever be this alone. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know.
Hey guys, what's going on? Today we have somewhat of a different and interesting kind of review. And let me tell you the story how this review actually started. So the company Feelworld, which produces inexpensive on-camera monitors, reached out to us a while ago with a product, a 7-inch monitor. We actually did a review on it, we used it with our C200 and we really liked it. And then they sent us another monitor a couple months later, and that was the 5-inch 4K on-camera monitor, the Feelworld F5. And we've been using it and testing it, but honestly we didn't really like it using it with our EOS R. And why is that? Because the one thing that I already criticized about the other Feelworld monitors that I was testing before is the operating system. It doesn't give you too many options, like for example a waveform monitor or a really good peaking system, and that wasn't a problem with the C200 before because we actually had an SDI monitor and the camera actually put out all these features via the SDI port onto the display itself. But now using it with a mirrorless camera or a DSLR, now these features are missing. So honestly, I can't really justify using a monitor to put on top of my camera if it doesn't have these features, because then where's the point of using an external monitor? So now we were kind of in a pickle because we didn't really want to do a review on it and just saying bad things about it, or basically just not recommending the camera monitor because we wouldn't use it for our kind of work. And honestly, just because a company sends us free stuff, we're not going to put a review out it and promote the camera if we're not really happy with it. Because integrity is something that we are really proud of on this channel, and we don't really want to be fake or just, you know, tell you something great about stuff that we really wouldn't use. And don't get me wrong, for about $200, this is a great on-camera monitor if you just want to have a bigger monitor with a great display and all that. But honestly, for us, it really wouldn't be a monitor that we would recommend or use for our work. But then about a couple weeks ago, we shot the Crane 3 review with the C200 and the gimbal. Oh, I need to freaking breathe. But then a couple weeks ago, we shot the Crane 3 review and we needed to find an external monitor to mount onto the Crane 3 with the C200 or any other camera. And honestly, the monitors that we already had just didn't work because they were too big. We didn't really find a way to mount it with the swivel arms because they were just tipping over all the time. And then I actually found a solution to mount the external monitor to the phone holder of the gimbal. And since the F5 has such a small and slick design and is really lightweight, this actually turned out to be the perfect monitor to use with a gimbal. Because of its design and the way the battery actually mounts to the back of the monitor, we were able to place this into the phone holder, which was a big time saver and actually worked quite well. Disclaimer, if you try this at home and the monitor falls out and gets destroyed, please don't blame me, it worked for us, but I'm not necessarily recommending it. But in general, if you're using a monitor on a gimbal, you want to have something that is as small as possible and also doesn't come with proprietary cables, because when using it with a gimbal, you might use a longer cable, you want to have a more flexible cable. Since it has a regular HDMI in, you can actually use it with any cable you want, and that is actually a really big benefit when using a monitor on a gimbal. So now all of a sudden we found a perfect use case for the Feelworld F5, and that was using it with our gimbals. So if you're looking for a monitor that is really So if you're looking for a monitor that is really small, tiny, lightweight, and easy to use on a gimbal, the Feelworld F5 is actually really great for you, because the 5-inch monitor and the quality of the display itself is really great for judging focus and judging exposure. Like I said, it wouldn't be my first choice when it comes to on-camera monitors for your day-to-day work, but for a gimbal monitor, that is actually the perfect size and weight. And all of our other external monitors didn't work with the Crane 3, with the equipment we had, but we actually were able to easily make it work with the Feelworld F5. So I actually labeled this the perfect monitor when it comes to inexpensive monitors for your gimbal work. And now here you go. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description below. And this was a rather short review, but I hope you actually liked it. And if you did, smash the like button and consider subscribing for more. And I'll see you on the next one.